Hey there, magic people. It's me, Mario, Doctor by day, Magic the Gathering by night. And today we are opening up Streets of New Capenna collector box. So this I got from Amazon during Prime Day. If you were lucky enough to find out that there were some sales there, got some good stuff. But this Streets of New Capenna collector box was pretty much half price. It was $100 for 12 packs, collector packs. I used my Amazon points, so didn't even have to spend any money to get this. And I'm going to open it for you on camera for your viewing pleasure. Now, this set actually is getting, I would say, bad publicity, but it's actually better than, I think it's better than it's going to be remembered to be better than people are thinking now, because people are saying like it's not worth that much because there's not many good cards in it. But you got to remember there's triomes in this set, and if you remember Ikoria, those triomes, you know, they were they're from Ikoria set. They've kind of held their value, and you know, triomes, you know, even the Ikoria ones go for $8 plus. So, you know, any set that has a desirable land in it is going to keep its value. So these are and these lands are actually better than, you know, these common lands where you sacrifice when it enters the battlefield, and you can search your library for a basic island, swamp, or mountain card. I mean, it's and then you gain a life. It comes to play tap, so it's, you know, it lets you search for 3 different types of basics. So I mean, those are probably, I mean, some people who play Commander are going to be using those so for a very long time. Uncommon, and these full art foil lands are pretty cool. This Skybridge Tower, this tapped sacrifice draw a card land, you know, it's battlefield tap. I mean, it's a common land, but it's great for mana fixing. So Disciplined Duelist, Quasar, Augur of Agonies in foil. So whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. She is actually used for a lot of different things. Alright, our first mythic, Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. Cat Demon. Cat and demons are 2 very popular tribes. Aven Courier, Bird Advisor. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. 2 for a 1/1 flying. Whenever Aven Courier let's do this. Attacks, choose a counter on a permanent you control. Put a counter of that kind on target permanent you control if it doesn't have a counter of that kind on it. Whenever you can choose a counter on a permanent you control. Put a counter of that kind on target permanent you control if it doesn't have a counter on it. So that's actually not that bad. You could put +1/+1 counters on multiple, you know, other creatures you control, loyalty counters on multiple planeswalkers. So, but actually you can't do that because if it doesn't have any loyalty counters, the planeswalker will be dead. But flying counters, other kinds of counters. So Undercover Operative, Shapeshifter Rogue, enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it enters with a shield counter on it if you control that creature. 4 for 0/0. This kind of reminds me of Spark Double, except not as good as Spark Double. Definitely not as good, but yeah. Errant Street Artist. Fight Rigging. Love this card. Hideaway 5. Beginning of combat, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exile card. And these treasure rogue token. Pretty sweet. So, I mean, what, 12 packs, $100 for 12 packs, so about $7 a pack. It's, well, I mean, for a collector pack, not that bad. Common, plasma jockey, kill shot, pugnacious pugilist, graveyard shift. This spell is flash as long as there are 5 more mana values among cards in your graveyard. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield for 5. So there you go. That's great. I mean, 5 for a sorcery, it becomes instant if you have 5 more mana values among cards in your graveyard. Recursion decks, I mean, I didn't even know this was in this set, but this is definitely going to hold its value over time. Island, Waterfront, Corpse Appraiser, here we go. Talking about, so this actually is a very popular card in Standard right now. So, Rakish Revelers, it's a common. Reservoir Kraken, Trample Ward 2 at the beginning of each combat. If it's untapped, any opponent may tap an untapped creature they control. If they do, tap Reservoir creature and create a 1/1. This creature can't be blocked. Kraken. Not as good as it used to be. Shield Broker. When Shield Broker enters the battlefield, put a shield counter on target non-commander creature. So this is a commander symbol, so this is for commander. Put a shield counter on target non-commander creature you don't control. You gain control of that creature for as long as it has a shield counter on it. I mean, if you have a steel creatures deck, it could definitely come in handy. I mean, way better. I mean, 5 for a 3/4. It's cheap. I mean, you could probably get it real cheap online, and who needs what's it called? Control magic. When you can get this for 5, it's a creature and you gain control of other people's stuff, and it gets a shield counter. And all right. So we got the Professional Facebreaker, pretty good card. Menace. Whenever more and more creature deals combat damage, create a treasure token, sacrifice a treasure, exile top card of your library. You may play this card this turn. River's Ascendancy. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may return target creature card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap. Do this only once each turn. Great for sacrifice decks. And then you got Luxior, Giada's Gift. Every planeswalker, every Atraxa planeswalker commander deck should have this in there. You need this. Equip creature. Make sure. Because basically loyalty counters basically gives every planeswalker, whatever planeswalker you equipped it to, becomes a creature equal to its power and toughness equal to its loyalty, and then equip permanent is in planeswalker, and it's a creature in addition to its other types. Creature, treasure token, not bad. Corpse Appraiser, Luxior, Giada's Gift. So, still looking for a Triome. We need that Triome land. That's what we're looking for. Bought these to get more Triomes. Dog token, Ogre Warrior. Hey, good doggy. Antagonize, Revelers, High Rise, Case the Joint, Glittering Stock. Oh, okay. The other uncommon we're looking for is an offer they can't refuse. Exotic pets, Glittering Stockpile, Artifact Treasure. Sacrifice it, add X mana to any one color where X is glittering is the number of stashed counters on it. So you can tap it for a red. Man, not that great. That's why it's an uncommon. Island, Racer's Ring, Rocco, Cabaretti Caterer, Disciplined Duelist, Double Strike, enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. 3. Oh, that's the special foiling on that. Devilish Valet. There you go. Ooh, Resourceful Defense. Now this has to be worth $5, maybe somewhere between $5 to $10. Great for any kind of deck where you're putting either +1/+1 counters, loyalty counters. Great for Atraxas deck. So Shakedown Heavy, Menace. When it attacks, defending player may have you draw a card. If they do, untap and remove it from combat. So 3 for 6/4 Menace. Not bad. Jetmir's Garden. Here we go. We got our first Triome. Jetmir's Garden. And then Black Market Tycoon. Alright. 3 packs in. We already got a Triome. I forget what other mythics are good in this set. I mean, I know Elspeth is in this set, but Make Disappear, actually not that bad. It's a common, but it's a pretty good counter. Casualty 1, meaning you can sacrifice a creature with power 1, and you can copy this and counter target spell unless its control pays 2. So you sacrifice a 1/1 creature, and they have to pay 4. So comes in handy quite a bit actually. Social Climber, Cabaret Courtyard, another one of these lands. Brazen Upstart, Citizen's Crowbar, Special Mountain, Tramway Station, Revelers, Lagretta the Magpie. There she is. Actually, she's actually used more often than you would think for an uncommon. When it enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until Lagretta leaves the battlefield. When an exile card enters the battlefield under your control this way, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. Yeah, so Cabaret Ascendancy, Agent's Toolkit. I don't think I've seen this before. 1 blue-green enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter, a flying counter, a death touch counter, and a shield counter. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may remove a counter from Agent Toolkit onto that creature. 2, sacrifice the toolkit, draw a card. That's great. You get all these counters. 3, to get all these counters on it. You get to move these counters onto creatures when they come into play. And then you can sacrifice it at any time with or without counters on it to draw a card. I like it. Corpse Explosion. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Our second Triumph, Rafine's Tower. Voidrend, here we go. Destroy target non-land permanent and it can't be countered. Anytime at instant speed for 3, so anytime you can destroy non-land permanents, it can't be countered. Great for commander. And the mana cost really for commander, it's not a problem. There's so many lands that can tap for multiple different types of mana. And honestly, a counter spell you shouldn't be using early in a commander game, unless you know the deck you're up against is gonna go off soon. Showing out of the way. There's our commons, uncommons, Syndicate Infiltrator. That's a land. Plains, Brazen Upstart again, Mass Bandits, Botanical Plaza, Depopulate. Here we go. Board wipe. Each player controls a multi-colored creature, draws a card, then destroy all creatures. Body count. I think I've seen this. Spectacle Black. Draw a card for each creature that died under your control this turn. So Spectacle basically means you can cast it for the Spectacle cost instead of the land cost if you dealt damage to an opponent. Anyway, so combat. So basically you're supposed to be attacking out with this, and then you play this during your second main to draw cards. Alright, another Giada's Gift, another Luxier. Cabaret Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it on the bottom of your library. Like it. I like it. For 3, it's an enchantment. Helps you draw. Topiary Stomper token. Great for ramping. Plant Dinosaur. Helps you ramp. Green is known for ramping, so can't go wrong there. What is this? Alright, halfway there is number 6. Not quite halfway there. After this pack it'll be halfway there. Botanical Plaza, Wrecking Crew. There's our commons. And we got the Charm, Cabaret Charm. 3, you get to choose one of these 3 things. Patch Up, Mountain, Obscura Charm, another charm. I think this is a good charm. This one's actually pretty good. And it's instant, so all your charms are instant. Oh, Lagretta the Magpie and Echo Foil or Etch Foil or whatever kind of foil this is called. Scheming Fence. Okay. When it enters the battlefield, you may choose an online permanent. Activate ability of the chosen permanent can't be activated. Has all abilities the chosen permanent except for loyalty abilities. You may spend mana as though mana of any color. Bribe Taker. So this is a commander card. Trample 6/6 for 6/6 trample. When it enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on permanent you control, you may put a choice of a +1/+1 counter or a counter of that kind on Bribe Taker. Cool. Rhino Warrior. Galagreeters. Giada, Fount of Hope. Alright. Our everybody's favorite angel. 2 for a 2/2 flying vigilance. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. On it for each angel you already control. And tap, add white, spend this mana only to cast angel spells. That's your angel deck commander. And Cross Defense Contractor. I remember this guy. Cat Advisor. 2/4 for 4. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a shield counter on target creature an opponent controls. Whenever you put one or more counters on a creature you don't control, tap that creature and goad it. It gains trample until your next turn. Cool. Hey, that's pretty cool. I didn't know there was this guy. It's a good go-to commander. These 3 different colors, so great for commander. Let's do this here. Hold on a second. Let's we're gonna realign everything. Here we go. We got a copy token. Yeah, foil copy token. Obscura Storefront. Love these lands. Got to use them in your commander decks. Everybody should be using those. Riveteer's Overlook. Luminator Virtuoso. This guy's pretty damn good. Oh, look at that. What the hell? I don't know what the hell that is. It's like a bunch of... I just opened this and it looks like this card's all messed up. See that? I mean, the ink is super duper dark on this. And this kind of looks like somebody scratched the crap out of it. Right there. Well, it wasn't me. I just opened this. Well, whatever. Messed up card. Quasar, Augur of Agony. This is super dark too. Jesus. Really heavy on the black ink there. Magic. You're a wizard. What the hell? Super dark. Forest. Broker's Charm. Glamorous Outlaw. Nimble Larcenist. Uncommon. Cemetery Tampering. Hideaway 5. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 3 cards. Then, if there are 20 or more cards in your graveyard, you may play the exile card without paying its mana cost. Great for mill deck. If you're doing mill, self mill. Skyboon Evangelist. 5 flying. When it enters the battlefield, support 6. Whenever a creature with a counter on it attacks one of your opponents, that creature gains flying until end of turn. Nice. Rabble Rousing. Shadow of Mortality. 13, 14, 15 mana for a 7/7. If your life total is less than your starting life total, this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the difference. So this is good for decks where you have to, like, I guess, cascade, or there's a combo with this where I forget the card. You can put it in the comments if you know the card that combos with this, where the casting cost matters, and I think you do damage to all your opponents, or I forget the card. Copyright Ascendancy. Moving on. Daring Escape, Halo Scarab, Security Bypass, Strangle. There we go. Sorcery. 1. Modern Lightning Bolt. Deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Does not do any target, so it's a poor man's version of Lightning Bolt. Loretta the Magpie again. Sizzling Soloist. What the heck? I don't think I've ever seen this card before. That's a weird art. 4 for a 3/2 alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature an opponent controls can't block this turn. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, that creature attacks during its controller's next combat phase if able. Swamp. Rivetier's Charm. Spara. Sanctuary Warden. There we go. Good card. Angel Soldier, 5/5 flying for 6. Enters the battlefield with 2 shield counters on it. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may remove a counter from a creature or planeswalker you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. Nice, great if you have ETB bounce back effects like the circle, I forget that enchantment from Battle Bond. It's a white enchantment, not from Battle Bond, from Dungeons and Dragons. Not Teleportation Circle. Yeah, Teleportation Circle. The Beamtown Bullies. It's a good Vigilance Haste 4/4 target tap target opponent whose turn it is puts target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. It gains haste. Goad it at the beginning of the next end step. Exile it. Nice. You give people your creatures and your graveyard, and they're goaded, and then they exiled. So you have to attack other people. Structural Assault. Kind of like this for the fact that it destroys all artifacts, even though it wipes yourself out. Talu's Clever Conductor. As a battlefield, it connives. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile them from your graveyard. When it dies, put the cards exiled with it onto their owner's hand. You discard 1 or more cards, exile them from into the connive. So yeah, everything you put into the graveyard, goes back into your hand when that guy dies. Jaxis the Troublemaker. She's pretty good. Discard a card and make copies of creatures so that have haste and they disappear. So good for what red's trying to do. Disdainful Stroke. Here we go. Counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater. Civil Gardener. Deal Gone Bad. 4. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Target player mills 3 cards. So Illicit Shipment. Casualty 3. Search your library for a card. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. So 5 for a Demonic Tutor with Casualty 3. So you can sacrifice a creature and find 2 cards and put them into your hand. It's a tutor. I mean, not that great of a tutor, but it's a tutor. Blazel Augur of Agonies, Skybridge Tower, Formella, Fight Rigging, Misfortune Tell. I don't think I've seen this card before. It's a Human Warlock, 4 for 3/1. This is a commander card. Death Touch, 3/1. When it enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 2/2 black road creature target. If it was a land card, create a treasure token. Otherwise, you gain 3 life. Yeah, not bad. I mean, 4 for a 3/1 Death Touch gives you so much value. You can make 2/2 rogue tokens. You can make treasure tokens. So, ramps you. Reservoir Kraken again. Falco Sparrow Packweave. So, this is one of the bird demon. So one of the guild leaders or whatever in New Capenna. 4 for a 3/3 flying trample. When it enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it, you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature you control in addition to paying their other costs. Eesh. Professional Facebreaker. Rhino Warrior. Okay. Yeah, for this. Alright, well, for this price point, I'm pretty happy with these cards. You know, Racer's Ring, Common, Corrupt, Court Official, Murder, Whack, Uncommon. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. This costs 3 less to cast if it targets a white creature. Sorcery spell. Sleep with the Fishes, enchantment. I like it. That was pretty good during standard. Uncommon. Common, uncommon, this stupid common. Mysterious Limousine, 5444. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to one other target creature until it leaves the battlefield. If a creature is put into exile this way, return each other card exile with Mysterious in the battlefield until owner's control. Crew 2. Not that great. Next of kin, here we go. This is a commander card. 3 for an enchant creature aura. When an enchanted creature dies, you may put a creature card you own with lesser mana value from your hand or from the command zone onto the battlefield. If you do, return next of kin to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. What? Man, you can basically cast your commander for free. Let's say commander attacks means nothing with this. Oh, I didn't even know that was out there. That's great. Fight rigging, as long as you have another creature to move it onto. Scheming fence, river to ascendancy, and treasure. Two more. I wonder if we can get bootlegger stash. That would be nice. If we can get bootlegger stash, that would be nice. But I'm not going to be greedy here. Commons, uncommons. Swamp is so dark. I couldn't even tell that there's a picture on there. Oh, this ink is so heavy. This black ink. Legella, Maestro's Charm, Toulouse, Clever Conductor, Broker's Confluence. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Proliferate. Target creature phases out. 5. Counter target activator triggered ability. Instant for 5. Nice. Getaway card. Haste. When it attacks or blocks, return up to one target creature that crewed it this turn to its owner's hand. 4/3 haste. Zayatora Proving Ground. There we go. Another trio. I mean, it's got the alternate art, but who cares? Tenuous Truce. Actually, this card is probably worth something. 2 enchanted opponent. At the beginning of enchanted opponent's end step, you and that player each draw a card. When you attack enchanted opponent or a planeswalker they control, or when they attack you or a planeswalker you control, sacrifice Tenuous Truce. 2. I mean, it's a low cost. Helps you and somebody else ramp draw, so you can use that in Commander to politic. If you like politicking, I like politicking. I like making friends and asking them not to hit me. Uncommon Forest, Waterfront District, Maestro's Charm, Spara, Workshop Warchief, Xander's Pack. Oh, I don't think I've seen this card before either. Love the art though. That's Lord Xander. 6 casualty sorcery. Each opponent exiles the top card of their library. You may cast spells from among those cards this turn. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to that spell's mana value rather than pay its mana cost. Nice. That's exactly what black wants to do. Evolving Door. Sacrifice a creature. Count the number of sacrifice creature colors on the sacrifice creature. Then search your library for a creature card that exactly matches that many colors. +1, exile that card, then shuffle. You may cast the exile card, whatever. Hostile Takeover, the worst rare ever printed. 5, up to 1 target creature has base power and toughness 1/1. Until end of turn, up to 1 other target creature has base power and toughness 4/4 until end of turn. Then Hostile Takeover deals 3 damage to each creature. Evolving Door again, and a fish token. Fish dog token. Alright. So for that price point, I am not sad. I'm actually happy with this. I got some commander cards. 1. Let's see, how many triumphs do we get? 1. You want to get 3 triumphs? Let's see. 2, 3. Got 2 Luxiors. Is that it? Just 3 Triomes? 1, 2, 3. Let's see, was there any more? Yeah, I think that was it. And then out of the uncommons, I think this is a common. Out of the uncommons, you know, some of these charms pretty good. Sleep Wax, Sleep with the Fishes, maybe. Quasar, another charm. Lagrella. Maybe this Larcenous Quasar, Illuminator, another charm, Grella, Rocco, Corpse Appraiser, and Graveyard Shift. I like that one. Personally, I like that one. And then commons, whatever, they are what they are. And you got all these cool lands, the sacrifice lands that come into play, tap, gain a life. We got 1 of those, 2 of those, 3 of those. Yeah, and then the rest of these are like kind of like dual lands that come into play tapped, and then you can sacrifice them later on in the game to draw a card. Not bad. I mean, it's great mana fixing at the beginning of the game. End of the game, you can oh, there's another one, Maestros. End of the game, you can sacrifice them to draw a card, so you can do card draw, and these are cool lands. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Don't know when's the next time I'm gonna make a video or when I'm gonna get more Magic cards. So, I'll post these as they come sporadically. I do plan on buying some Lorcana, which is the Disney set that's coming out. As a word of advice, I would say for the Lord of the Rings set boxes and draft boxes and set boosters and draft boosters, do not buy those. Wait until wait till second half of August. The next set, Commander Masters, is coming out soon. Lord of the Rings definitely is a good set to, you know, it's just got a lot of nostalgia, a lot of good cards in it, but it's definitely going to be something that Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro is going to print to, going to have plenty available for everybody to buy. So please don't pay inflated prices right now. You'll definitely get better prices in the next month or two. If you go back and look at the sets from end of last year and early this year, you look at the Brothers War, you look at Dominaria United, Phyrexia will be one. You'll see that those sets, the price of those sets have plummeted. So definitely something you can wait to pick up. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and talk to you guys next time.